Alrighty, guys, welcome to tonight's session. It is Monday, July 31st. Hopefully, you guys are doing well and you had a good day today. We did live trade today. I did not take any trades today because we had absolutely terrible fucking action. Going into the day, I was a little bit mixed bias, not really too strong. I wanted to see more structure going into the morning. Again, looking at ES first, we were just kind of in this range. Looking at a bigger time frame, looking at the 1 hour, we were up in this area. I was looking to see if we were going to continue to reject off this fair value gap. I think this was on the 15-minute, yeah. If we were going to continue to reject, which we still are. But I was looking to come down and sweep these sell side levels right here. Now, going into the open, though, we pretty much did not move anywhere. We were just stuck inside of this 15-minute range. Now, I did have a little bit more of a bearish bias than I did bullish, and the reason is because we did sweep this 15-minute high, and we were forming a 15-minute SMT at the highs as well. Once we got displacement to the downside, we actually came back up, continued to reject this 5-minute fair value gap up here, and then ended up selling off to this internal level. Now, I did want to see us sell off more. I wanted to see us come down to at least this, or this is what I was really looking for. But we actually swept internal multiple times. Again, very, very just choppy action today. I did not really see any sort of, clear quality setups for me today. I mean, there was a little bit of setups, and we'll go over what those were. But if I'm being honest, I'm totally fine not taking a trade today, knowing we're building good habits. We stayed patient. We sat on our hands. There was no good opportunity for us. There was really nothing that we needed to do, and that's the best way that we could possibly look at it, right? I'm totally fine missing out on whatever possible trades, if there was any, knowing that I've been building good habits just by sitting on my hands, watching the market, and not taking a trade, right? So I'm happy about that. Number one, I'm happy about the performance. So let's look at any possible opportunities that we might have missed. Now, the biggest one would be this. So looking at ES, again, sweeping this 15-minute buy side level, we have SMTs at the highs, and then we get a big sell-off going into the morning and breaking structure to the downside. So now this is our first sort of low here that gets broken through with big displacement. So what are we expecting to see now from here? Well, we're expecting to see a pullback. Where to? Probably discount or optimal trade entry. I draw in my fib from the high to the low, and I'm expecting us to come up in this range before possibly rejecting back lower. Now, I am not automatically looking to take some sort of short here. The reason is because looking at the action alone, looking at where we are on the charts, NQ is showing a different draw in liquidity. That's why a lot of the times when we say two different correlating pairs, where it's ES and NQ, and they're showing clear different draws, this is the kind of action we're going to get. Again, I'm looking at a 2-minute. When we look at the 1 minute, from here to here, we really did not go anywhere, right? We came down, we maybe formed some equal lows, but we really didn't go anywhere. So again, when I say wait for structure, that's what I mean. And that's something I also want to go over tonight is, let me replay. When I'm looking at this chart, is this a clear draw in liquidity? Not really. Okay, wait for structure. All right, you get a little bit more structure, get a little bit more structure. Is this a clear draw in liquidity? Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I'd like to see this low get taken and then go baby higher. All right, wait for more structure. Hey, is this giving us a better sign? It is getting a better sign. We're rejecting this. We're having displacement down. Hey, I might believe that the draw may be slow. Let's see. Let's get more structure and see if that bias confirms. Hey, we're coming up again. Still rejecting that fair value gap. Oh, hey, we just swept this internal buy side level, even more structure now. This looks like to me that we're going to form a low resistance liquidity runner, break out to the downside, and we're having an internal break of structure to the downside right here. We're getting a decent amount of displacement here. This is the best possible short entry you could have taken today. Because, again, overlapping models, bigger time frame. We've swept buy side. We've had a market structure shift to the downside. Again, a lot of displacement on this move here. We come back up to optimal trade entry, OTE. We sweep internal liquidity, and we get an internal model. Buy side swept, market structure shift with displacement. Wait for a fair value gap. That would be our fair value gap right now. Gets tapped in. This would be your short entry. Again, what are you targeting? Sell side. My first target probably would have been these equal lows, and then your runners go to the sell side. That's how we're break even. Again, very slow, but eventually ends up getting taken. So that was the absolute best trade that you could have taken today, in my opinion. I think that was the clearest and the best possible trade you could have taken. But other than that, we had absolute choppy action. There was really nothing that I wanted to take. Oh yeah, we did see that NQ trade actually. There was a nice opportunity on NQ. I didn't take it though. I was just watching it, but it was this right here. Again, big move to the downside. We're coming up, breaking through this inverse, expecting to see probably a pullback to discount. We sweep this level here. I expect the draw on liquidity to be this high when we get this displacement back up. Pull back to this fair value gap. We continue to hold this fair value gap. I think a lot of people got stopped on this wick, though, but we ended up continuing to hold this and then got a nice push up to did that. But again, lower quality than the other one as well. Again, that's pretty much it. We literally went nowhere today. I mean, we're stuck inside this range. Again, these are days that you don't want to touch. And one thing that we were talking about in the afternoon session when I was in the Discord chat is these are kind of days where you can get away with trading internal models. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, a lot of the time, I need to see overlapping models. I need a bigger time frame bias. But in consolidating markets like this, a lot of the time, right when we take some sort of low, we're going to instantly retrace to whatever that opposing liquidity pool is. For example, we come down, we take this low. Okay, what is the opposing liquidity pool? Where are we going to go next? Whatever this high is. Okay, hey, we take this high. Where do you think we're going next? Whatever the opposing liquidity pool is. Okay, this low. Hey, we come down, sweep this low. Where do you think we're going to next? Whatever the opposing liquidity pool is. And then we get a massive bounce back to the upside. Hey, we have a buy side level here. What happens? Sweep this buy side. Where do you think we're going to? This low. Okay, we just swept internal once again. Where do you think we're going to now, right? We just swept this. No follow through. Hey, we come back up. Where do you think we're going? Whatever the recent high is. We come back again, sweep, displacement. Like, all it is just repeating models. Again, buy side level here, we get some nice displacement, come up, sweep it, displacement downside, fair value gap, rejection. What do you think the draw on liquidity is? Whatever that recent low is. So there's a lot of internal models that you can get away with trading on consolidations like this. But again, I don't want you to end up building bad habits because, again, the only way that that's going to work out is in days like this where we literally don't go anywhere for the entire day. It's just complete chop. So again, happy with today. I'm totally fine not taking a trade. So going into tomorrow, based off this action, I'm expecting to probably see a move to the upside, but I would like to see a manipulation move to the downside. This, to me, wants to form power of 3. So this is what I would want to see. I'm going to predict it right here. Exactly what I would want to see here is I would want to see this. In our accumulation phase, I would like to see us come down here in the overnight session. Manipulation right here. To sweep this low, I want to see us sweep this low, bounce off this inverse fair value gap, and then look to see the distribution phase to buy side. That is what I'm looking for. Any questions? Can you please go over what defines A, B, C+? When A+ setups to me are just overlapping models, as much overlapping models. It's when you can get a daily time frame, a 4-hour, a 1-hour, a 5-minute, and a 1-minute, all giving you the exact same bias and telling you the exact same thing. That is what an A+ setup is for me. Could you go over biases? I have been struggling with it. I have a date. I highly recommend to go watch. I have a really good video on my YouTube here. Let me link you it. In this video, I'm going to talk. Where is it? Here. Yo. Watch that. Oh, that DM'd it. There we go. Here, this is my daily bias video. I was going to take that short setup, but it was so choppy and ES was bullish. Again, I'm totally fine not taking a trade. Even if the setup looked good, you should be proud that even though the setup looked good, you recognized market conditions and knew that it was going to be a lower probable setup. Like, that's a good thing. You should be happy about that, right? Because, again, it's all perspective. What a loser trader is going to say and what a bad trader and a unprofitable trader is going to say is, oh, fuck, you know, I should have fucking took this. I could have made this. Even though it's absolute even though it's absolute terrible market conditions, it is absolute fucking awful. Yet they're still thinking of, oh, I should have took that trade because I could have made, it would have worked out, blah, blah, blah. Instead of saying, hey, market conditions are really bad right now. I, decided not to take a trade and it ended up working out. Hey, that's good. I just solidified my edge. I just, back tested my bias and hey, it worked out. I'm building confidence along the way. But guess what? I'm also practicing good habits by not taking a trade in shitty market conditions, and that's protecting me. So that is the way that a winning trader and a profitable trader is going to view it. It's all perspective. Again, that's what I always say. Focus on building good habits. I was able to not trade today. Honestly, think this was a day that I was more impressed with myself than some of my winning days. Exactly, and it will be like that sometimes, especially in your journey. You'll find yourself, again, this means you're growing. This is a really, really good thing, guys. If you found yourself today being able to stay patient, stay calm, you didn't take a lot of trades, or maybe you didn't take a trade at all, you should, give yourself a pat on the back and say, hey, that means that I'm focusing on the right things. That is a good thing. That post non-trade FOMO is a phase, to be honest, until you see firsthand. There will always be good setups. Exactly. There's always going to be more opportunity. Let's take. I really don't have. That's pretty much it. I mean, like, there's really not much else to say. I mean, looking at NQ, we just swept this internal level. Again, no displacement on the downside. This move right here is telling me that I'm expecting a big move to the upside. I mean, kind of where we are right now. Actually, we could this could be a possibility here, actually. We do look like, I want to look at a more of a 1 hour here, but this honestly could be power of 3 to the downside, to be honest. We do look like we're having an accumulation phase, but at the same time, I think we'll probably just go straight up to that buy side level, to be honest. But this could be a possibility as well. It could be a possibility as well. How many percent do you average monthly? Just interested in hearing percent increase on it depends what account I'm trading on, because I have multiple accounts. So it's either, if I'm trading on my small account, it's going to be a lot, because a lot of the time I leverage a lot of money on the small account, because I'm very aggressive with it. But on my main account, which I haven't really traded in a little bit of time, a lot of the time month wise, I'd probably look to see like a 5 to 10% increase. Oh, wait, monthly? Oh, monthly on my main account? Yeah, I would say at least 10% is what I would aim for. At least 10 to 20%. Which is, again, that sounds pretty aggressive, knowing that, the best yearly return mostly on average is 7%, so. Justin, thoughts on the news tomorrow? Are we just going to be watching for setups after 10? Also, news in general, like, are these certain types of news days you just don't touch, or all wait until following sessions? What do we have we have non-farm payroll on Wednesday, though, not Tuesday, don't we? We have PMI. Again, yeah, going into tomorrow, I'm just waiting for 10 a.m. news. That's pretty much it. It's not really, I'm expecting anything to be, crazy. It's more of just waiting for 10 a.m. Do you think you'll hit 10% this month? No, I don't. I mean, it's the 31st, so I'm going into tomorrow. No. Well, I haven't been trading a lot of it. I mean, I haven't traded my main account, and I've only traded it the first week of the month. And because we've been doing the evaluation account, and I don't really like trading multiple accounts at once. It's also summer months as well, so I de-risk. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you guys tonight. A little bit of a short session, but that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any last questions? You like Ken Carson? I do. I like Lonely better, though. Bro's trying to get back to the studio. Do you need confirmation from any fair value gap? Bigger time frame, yes. Intraday, no. Bigger time frame meaning if I get a bounce, break a structure to the upside, then I can take whatever that internal fair value gap is. But I'm looking for a bigger time frame fair value gap to then see the bounce. So it depends on context. All right, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Get some rest. Enjoy your night. Peace.